Days after Chief Executive Peter Kenyon announced his resignation, there are reports this morning of an even bigger shockwave about to hit Old Trafford. 3 foreign billionaires, at least as rich as Roman Abramovich, are apparently about to launch separate bids to take over Manchester United.
As with any investment, it is considering its possible options, which may include increasing its shareholding or decreasing its shareholding in Manchester United. It could also include a possible offer for or possible sale of its shareholding in Manchester United. Glazer increased his stake in United less than 24 hours after Magner and McManus took their share to just under 29%, fueling rumours of a takeover war between the two camps.
Is he going to buy the club, which is debt-free at the moment, and then basically remortgage it? That's a concern the supporters have got.
The future of United is going to be very different, I think, from the way it's been run up to now.
Ferguson said, "There's a stronger rapport between the club and the fans than there's ever been. We are both of a common denominator. We don't want the club to be in anyone else's hands. That is the way the club stands with that. I support that."
Seems Malcolm Glazer will do anything to add Manchester United to his sporting portfolio, blocking the re-election of 3 directors.
We're calling out to every Manchester United supporter, to buy shares in the club, to join Shareholders United, and to do everything in their power to stop him.
What Malcolm Glazer is proposing is too aggressive in terms of business, in terms of his expectations of increased revenues, and too heavily leveraged in terms of debt. There's too much debt involved.
Wonderful visit.
What do you think of the reception?
Joel and his brothers had needed to be driven from Old Trafford in a police van on Wednesday night as angry fans voiced their concerns over the purchase. Time and again, their father, Malcolm Glazer, had refused to talk about the takeover.
What they don't realise is the passion that comes with United, and they won't buy us at any price.
Sir Bobby Charlton confronted the supporters.
The guests and the roughed up and what have you, and it's not on. It's not on.
No, but this club that he doesn't need. Well, that's the point.
This club is okay.
Thousands of Manchester United fans were looking forward to hearing from Mr. Glazer, so I just wondered if you could at least send a message to the Manchester United fans. What is a period of real anxiety for them? Mr. Glazer? Next question.
The FC United is where we're actually going to keep the soul of Manchester United living.
So while Manchester United lavished millions on new players during the summer, FC United prepared for life in the North West Counties 2nd Division.
We're all for FC United.
I look at my perspective, they've supported me 100%. They've never had one bit of problems with me at all. They've given me the money I wanted for the joining us. So what do I say? Tell lies? It's been great. I've never had any problems with it.
We've been clear, the owners that we have at Manchester United have been true to their word since they took over the club in 2005. They've brought commercial expertise and commercial benefit to us in a number of areas, and we've seen our revenues grow significantly. The level of debt that we've had in the club since they've taken over hasn't, despite what certain fans say, hasn't impacted on what we've done as a team in that period. We've won 4 Premier Leagues in that period. We've been to the Champions League final 3 times. We've had ongoing success on the pitch. We're comfortable with the level of leverage we've had.
Manchester United will work closely with the police to try to identify the Manchester United fans that attacked Edward Wood's house last night.
The European Super League appears to have collapsed before it even got underway, following the withdrawal of all but 3 of the teams involved. And tonight, the Glazer family has apologised to Manchester United fans, saying quite simply, "We got it wrong."
This is the group of supporters who broke into Manchester United's training ground this morning in protest at the Glazers' ownership of the club and their involvement in the failed Super League.
Extraordinary scenes at Old Trafford, where fan protests have caused the biggest fixture in English football to be postponed. Manchester United and Liverpool were due to kick off at 4:30, but United supporters broke into Old Trafford and invaded the pitch in protest against the Glazer family's ownership of the club.
He took 24 million quid out of the club about 2 months ago. We've got now a decrepit, rotting stadium that is, to be fair, second rate when it was the best stadium in the world 15, 20 years ago. You've got a football project where they haven't got a clue. You've put bankers in charge of the football club, not making football decisions. They've not appointed a sporting director. We're now seeing what's happening, and it's a mess, and it cannot continue to go on.
Manchester United is essentially for sale. Well, it's been a very long 12 months as far as the United takeover is concerned. The Qatari banker Sheikh Jassim was trying to buy the club. He's withdrawn from the process. The only bid remaining is that from Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos to buy 25% of the club, and that is very, very close to being announced.